spoiler alert, I am middle class, so give me a cheer if you're working class. Yay! You fucking liars. This is a HD postcode. You're such bullshitters. Give me a cheer if you're middle class. Yay! I've got good enthusiasm. That's how you can tell you're in the HD postcode. Is usually when I say you're working class, you get a big cheer because of working class pride. You know, people are very proud of their working class backgrounds. But you ask if people are middle class, just get tumbleweed. Just tumbleweed through the room. It's true. No such thing as middle class pride. No one goes in a pride march because they've just had a Velux window installed. Of course, it doesn't matter what you're born into, it doesn't matter whether you're rich, poor, middle, nobody chooses the circumstance of their birth, do they? Yeah, no, exactly. So none of us have got anything to be ashamed of. You know, take me, I'm a middle-class boy from a fairly posh town, it's called Harrogate. Grew up in the leafy suburbs of Harrogate, had parents, had a good job, went to a good school. I am not ashamed of it. I like to own it. Property, that is. Cha-ching! It's weird being from Harrogate. Because being from Harrogate, people just assume you're like a posh snob. Do you know what I mean? The laughter of recognition. Right? But yeah, no, I always like to say to people, I'm not a snob. You know, some of my best Uber drivers are poor. I'd say the weirdest thing about being middle class is it's been neither one thing nor the other, right? And I do like to try and say to people who, you know, aren't from my background, you know, I feel closer to being poor than I do to being rich. You know, if I want to read a book, for example, I've still got to go to the library like a normal person. It's the second door on the left after my kitchen. I like to have some fun with people who aren't from Harrogate. What I do is I tell them that in Harrogate, as a young boy, my favourite board game was Snakes and Ladders. But I tell them that in Harrogate we play Snakes and Ladders differently. I tell them that in Harrogate we call it Snakes and Property Ladders. Yeah. And the gameplay is almost identical. You still roll the dice, you still on the ladders, you go up, down on the snake, you go down. The difference in Snakes and Property Ladders is that about halfway through the game, my dad would usually like backs me about £10,000 to help me go up the ladder a little bit quicker. If your grandparent dies during the game, you go straight to the top of the board. It's still pretty good. Nesborough. I am a childless man. Childless man. Can you cheer if you're a parent? Yay. Quite a lot of parents in there. I'm a bit unsure as to whether I want kids. I feel the same way about having kids as I do about having a threesome. Which is, I've never had one. I would like to have one. But I'm worried if I do have one, it'll just expose my lack of stamina. I'm never quite sure if the laughter of recognition I get from that joke is coming from tired parents or from people who've underperformed in orgies. But I think most of you are parents though, so it is the parent thing. Nesborough are renowned for being excellent at menage a trois, so. Here's a tip if you do find yourself in a sort of wife swap situation. You know you toss the keys in the bowl for a wife swap. Oh, you're very quiet now. I don't know what you're talking about. Not here in the HG postcode, oh no. Anyway, here's my tip if you're ever in a wife swap situation. When you toss your keys into the bowl, toss in a skeleton key. You get to have sex with everybody. What else can I tell you about myself? I dislike IPA. Not Indian Pale Ale. I dislike Instagram pregnancy announcements. Not a big fan. It's the same on Facebook, same with the Facebook pregnancy announcement. And the reason I dislike the Facebook and Instagram pregnancy announcements is this. They're too cutesy, they're too sickly. Did you know what I mean? Yeah, you're nodding. It's always really like overly saccharine. Like, there'll be a picture of the ultrasound, accompanied by just 2 words. Coming soon. Or it'll be like a black and white photo of a couple. He'll have his arms around her belly. They'll have taken the photograph professionally in some kind of summer glade, right? She'll be holding an artisan wooden sign onto which she's written, and then there were 3. Absolutely horrific. I hate it. It's awful. It makes me want to cut my balls off. It's disgusting. My wife had a go at me for prematurely doing one of those and then there were 3 Facebook posts as my way of announcing to the world that I was having an extramarital affair. Do you have any young parents in with their children at the age of 10? Give me a cheer. Anyone? Very young children? Oh, wow. Know your crowd. Oh, someone here. Oh, you are the young child. Unless Maxwell, you're saying, yeah, I've got a child. And when you're 12, you could have procreated by now. Have you procreated, Maxwell? You haven't got a little toddler in a 3-piece suit? Oh, there we go. So, you haven't got any grandparents, any grandchildren under the age of 10? Any young grandchildren? Anyone? Anyone? Really? Yeah. Oh, you, a few of you. I was starting to think that like Knaresborough had gone through some Children of Men style sterilisation. I was like, what is going on? I knew this town. Who's got a child under 10? Give me a cheer. Anyone? Oh, this lady in the back, what's your name?
Jill.
Jill, nice to meet you, Jill. How old's your child or your grandchild?
I've got one of 17 and one of 4.
1 of 4. And how old is how you really got crowd work. How old's the 4-year-old? No. And what's your name, Jill? No, what's Jill, your 4-year-old child. What's the name of your 4-year-old child?
Max.
Matt! Oh yeah! Is he going away? He's gone away and he's stolen one of those 3-piece suits again. Max. Well, this sort of ties into what I'm saying. Have you noticed, Jill, there is a bit of a trend now of people giving their children, newborn children, very, very, very old-fashioned names. Sort of, yeah, you're nodding it. It's a bit of a thing. Maxwell's fairly kind of old-fashioned, but you see, like newborn babies with names like Edith, and Agnes, and Iris, and Stanley, and Agamemnon, and Brachiosaur, and Pangaean supercontinent. Really, really old-fashioned names. And I quite like it. I genuinely quite like it. I like seeing a baby with an Edwardian name. I think it's fun. I think it's cute. But I do think it's going to create a slight problem. And this is the problem. All pop stars now have, they've got like really modern names, haven't they? Do you know what I mean? Like Charlie XCXCX and Doja Cat and Lil Nas X. You know? Yeah, they do. They've got modern names. But because we're naming all of our kids like 1901 names, you know, names from the reign of King Edward VII, the same names as our grandparents and great-grandparents, it means that in about 25 years' time, pop music is going to be very different. It is. You're going to be listening to the Top 40 Countdown in the year 2050. It's going to sound something like this. And at number 1 on the hit parade, with her cover of Cardi B's Wet Ass Pussy, it's Dorothy Smith! Featuring the latest sensation on the UK grime circuit, Cyril the Rapper! Future's gonna be weird. Actually, fun fact before I carry on. And this might only be interesting to me. The last time I was here, I was 10 years old, and I was performing on this very stage. Yeah, I know, I was part of the Frazer Theatre Youth Group. And some of you still, is it still going? You don't know. Just found youth groups. I didn't think I'd be outing any sex offenders tonight, but every town's got a couple, haven't they? Yeah, they're just calling them the cops. So. Yeah, I played it when I was 10. I've played it twice in my life. I'm a bit worried about that Frazer. You played the Frazer Theatre in Nesbitt twice in your life. Once on the way up. Second time I've played it. Is anyone here working or has worked in elderly care? Give me a chair. Yes. Yes. Oh, hello, miss. What's your name? Linda. Linda. Nice to meet you, Linda. My cat's called Linda. Well, it's Linda McCatney, so it's, yeah, makes sense. Yeah. Linda, what do you do in elderly care? A nurse specialist. Ah, cool. And you working in actual nursing homes, residential homes, that kind of thing? Did you go into nursing homes? Oh, in a hospital. How long ago were you doing this? A year ago. So, I've got a very specific question. I worked in a nursing home 20 years ago, right? And it was really good fun because they'd sometimes all do sing-alongs. Have you seen an old group of old people do a sing-along? Ah, cool. So when I did it 20 years ago, I was the tea boy. I used to push the tea tray around giving tea and biscuits to the older people that lived there. And I liked it because sometimes I would push the tea trolley into the lounge and then all of the residents would be there, someone would be playing the piano, and they'd all be singing World War II songs. Yeah, it was lovely. I mean, are they still listening to World War II songs, or have they moved on? They still think they do. Well, I just find that odd, because it was 20 years ago, I thought they would have moved on. Like, I'm not trying to be funny, I mean, I should be trying to be funny because I'm a comedian, but I'm not trying to be funny. Why the fuck are you here then? No, here, just stay with me. If they were listening to World War II songs 20 years ago, right? Like by now they should be listening to the Beatles and the Stones, right? Yeah. Right? Yeah, right. And then like in 10 years' time they should be listening to like the Sex Pistols. And then in 10 years after that you should get like new romantic pensioners. And then 10 years after that you're going to get grunge pensioners. And 10 years after that you're going to get like Britpop pensioners. It's going to keep going and keep going. When I was a kid, I'd walk in there and they'd all be singing, like Vera Lynn. This is what they were doing 20 years ago. We'll meet again, don't know where, but like in key, right? But isn't this my theory that their tastes are going to keep progressing? My generation listens almost exclusively to sexually explicit R&B and misogynistic rap music, right? So, in about 70 years, you're going to walk into the same nursing home I walked into, and they're going to be singing Vera Lynn. You're going to push that tea trolley into that lounge, and you're just going to see 3 dozen pensioners all going, "Oh, bad bitches, that's my fucking problem." Yeah, I like to fuck, I've got a fucking problem back. You're just going to see an octogenarian lady with a Zimmer frame doing this. "You bring a mop and a bucket, fuck this wet ass pussy. I really love this wet ass pussy." Dry ass pussy, alright. I found the line. Does anyone here speak a second language? Give me a cheer, anyone? Is anyone here from a different country? Give me a cheer. Oh, hi miss, what's your name?
Alex.
Alex, what country are you from, Alex? Romania, nice to meet you. I'm not going to be cruel, it's not like a BNP rally. I'm not going to be like, get out. That's the headline there. Romania. I've got a question about the Romanian language. What is the Romanian word for holiday? Vacanza. Vacanza. Right, here's my second question. Vacanza. Does anyone in Romania ever say, instead of vacanze, does anyone in Romania ever say vacanzi bobs? No. Good. So I really hate the word hollybobs. Hollybobs. From the hollybobs. You got any fans of the word hollybobs here? Give me a cheer. No. Who dislikes the word hollybob? Yeah. Is anyone agnostic bobs on hollybobs? No, because it provokes a strong feeling, doesn't it? I don't like it. And the reason I don't like the word hollybobs is because the kind of people who use the word hollybobs, and let's face it, I don't want to be sexist, I don't want to be gender normative. It's usually women, isn't it, who say hollybobs. You never see like a butch man going, yeah, I'm off on my fucking hollybobs. Me and the lads off the Fallaraki. Son, sex, on fucking hollybobs. Never. It's always like the most annoying woman in the office, like, off on the hollybobs. What I don't like about the word hollybobs is this. The kind of people that say hollybobs are inconsistent in their use of the bobs suffix. From Harrogate, I'm a language pedant. They are inconsistent use of the bob suffix. So anyway, this girl at my work, very annoying, kind of goes as hollybobs. Oh, 6 months till my hollybobs. Oh, Aidan, it's a month till my hollybobs. Oh, Aidan, it's 4 seconds till my hollybobs. Fuck off. But she used to really annoy me. But then one day she came in and she said, Aidan, I'm not going to be in work tomorrow. And I said, oh, why? And she said, well, my mum died. And yeah. And tomorrow, it's a Funibobs. I have a lot of respect for it, because it's consistent. She was applying the Bobs suffix consistently. She said we're going to have a cremati Bobs. She'd be doing a eulogy Bobs. Afterwards, they're going to have a wakey Bobs. And then, when the inheritance money comes through, straight back on the hollybobs. The idea came full circle. I'm going to go... I'm going to go in a minute. I'll just leave you with one thought before I go. My thought is just the sound of you laughing. It is only after a long car journey, or a long bus journey, or long walk, when you are absolutely busting for the toilet, that you realise that your bladder/pelvic floor does not know the difference between being in your bathroom at the basin of your toilet and simply seeing the front door of your house. We've all been there. You've been thinking about it for... She's definitely been there. She's gagging for the toilet right now. She's gonna go any second. What it is you come round the corner, you've been thinking about it for an hour, you come onto your street adjacent to yours, you turn onto your street, your bladder sort of sees the front door and just goes, we're home! Let's start urinating now! I have thought of a solution to this problem, which I'm going to show you before I leave the stage. I have swapped. I've taken the numbers off the front door of my house and I've put them on my bathroom door. Like a swap. Yeah, and then I've painted my front door to resemble a motorway service sign that says Harrogate 100 miles. So when my bladder sees the front door, it just thinks, oh, we've got ages, I'll just hold it in. This has been working fine. Downside, an Eddie Stobart truck did drive through and destroy my house every day. But on the plus side, I haven't shit myself for days. So, Nerds, but you've been a lovely audience. I've been Aidan McCaffrey. You can follow me at Aidan.comedy. Have a wonderful night of comedy. Thanks.